Elvis Presley sings Teddy Bear and other hits as a hillbilly who's molded into a rock star by glamorous press agent Elizabeth Scott in Loving You. Next.
Hi, I'm Jodie Foster. And just like everyone, I got my favorite films. And it's scary to think that someday they could just disappear. But fear not. Thanks to the art of film preservation, everyone's favorite films can be restored and protected. And AMC is committed to just that.
It was beauty killed the beast.
So join me each week for another classic movie worth preserving.
Watch AMC's Film Preservation Classics with Jodie Foster every Tuesday at 10, only on AMC.
We'll do the hard part. All you have to do is watch them.
It's gonna take years to go to get me out of here!
Like the character she'd one day portray, Sally Field stood up to the system that didn't believe in her.
The studio didn't want me.
How did she beat the odds and win her dream role and Oscar gold?
It became every bit of triumph that I could reach.
Get the backstory on Norma Ray. It's the stories you've never heard about the movies you can't forget. Backstory, the AMC original series. Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
I don't know anything about human nature. I don't know anything about curiosity. That's not part of what I do.
In a time of political paranoia, master caster Francis Ford Coppola knew which up-and-comers would make the cerebral thriller tick.
Kill us if he got the chance.
And like his cast against type star Gene Hackman, he wasn't afraid to take chances.
People were hurt because of my work. I'm afraid it could happen again.
Don't miss one of the best movies of the 70s, The Conversation. Tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, only on AMC.
Some guy's following me.
Pharaohs, pyramids, and the world's biggest sand trap. Just a few of the more amazing things that the Travel Channel brings. The Travel Channel, bringing there, here.
If the plot of this movie strikes you as being somewhat familiar, the reason just might be that it bears more than a passing resemblance to the film A Face in the Crowd. In that film, Andy Griffith played a drifter named Lonesome Rhodes who rose to wealth and fame only to be undone by his own conceit. In this film, however, Elvis Presley's character, Lonesome Harris, doesn't crash and burn at the end like Griffith's. Still, Elvis does get the chance to showcase his dramatic abilities, and he manages to present himself quite well. At the time this film was made, Elvis was only 21 years old and the hottest attraction in the country. Here now is Elvis Presley in Loving You. Elvis invited his parents, Vernon and Gladys, to come visit him out in California in the middle of shooting Loving You. When they arrived at the Paramount Pictures gate, the shy, simply dressed Southern couple asked about their boy. It took a while for the guard to figure out who they meant, and once he did figure it out, Vernon and Gladys were ushered onto the lot and given the grand tour. Producer Hal Wallace was so enchanted with the down-home folksiness of Elvis's parents that he decided to use them in the film's final sequence. They were in the fourth row on the aisle, and during the scene, Gladys's eyes never leave her son. It's almost more than apparent that her applause at the end of the film is far from acting. For American Movie Classics, I'm John Burke.
Each shoe, one for me and one for you. It's anybody's dollar if it lands in the dew, and yours if it lands in clover. Wheels of luck.
Snowboarding in August, surfing in January, and dirtboarding every day in between. Just some of the more adventurous things that the Travel Channel brings. The Travel Channel, bringing there, here.
clips, outtakes, and interviews with co-stars and the king himself in Elvis in Hollywood. Next.
The following is brought to you by Pfizer, where life is our life's work.
This business is a lot like a marriage. With a little work and a lot of love, we've made this place a success together. And that's what partnerships are about, right? I need to be there for each other, no matter what. Of course I supported him when he asked his doctor about Viagra. I'm proud of him because he did it for us.
Ask your doctor if a free sample of Viagra is right for you.
Coming up next is the one-hour special that traces the career of Elvis Presley as a movie star. It shows that being famous for his musical talent was not enough for the king. He wanted to be respected as a serious actor as well, and he worked very hard to achieve that goal. We'll also get to see Elvis's first screen test. Here is Elvis in Hollywood.
The proceeding was brought to you by Subaru. Visit us at Subaru.com to see our full line of all-wheel drive vehicles.
Introducing the latest in all-weather gear from LL Bean. It's warm, waterproof, and rugged. It's the new LL Bean Edition Outback from Subaru. With full-time all-wheel drive, classic LL Bean styling, and a new, powerful 6-cylinder engine that makes the toughest drive a walk in the woods. The LL Bean Edition Outback, new from Subaru. Parka, sold separately.
Hollywood writes itself. We just changed the names.
You went through a windshield.
What's going on underneath this bandage?
You tell her about her face. Cut!
Fox Studios terminated Carol Lombard after she was scarred in an accident.
So, Doc, can you fix this face or not?
I'll figure out a way to take care of that scar.
Intricate plastic surgery salvaged her career.
Based on the real stories from the real backlots of Hollywood.
Now you've seen it.
AMC's original series, The Lot. A new season premieres Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Quiet on the set!
Tonight on AMC, Elvis Presley is a singing rodeo star working at an all-girl dude ranch in Tickle Me. Then, ring in the new year with Abbott and Costello as Bud and Lou try to figure out who's on first in the naughty 90s. And the boys tangle with Dracula, the Wolfman, and the Frankenstein monster in the horror comedy classic Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. That's all tonight on AMC. Great movies and the stories behind them.
That's all right, Mama. That's all right with me. Hello, everybody. I'm John Burke, and I'm coming to you from the Hollywood Palace. And you know, Elvis Presley swiveled his hips from this very stage. The movie that we're about to see is Tickle Me. It was Elvis Presley's 18th movie, and his first for a new studio called Allied Artists. But nearly all of the crew came over from Paramount, where Elvis had made almost all of his movies. In fact, Tickle Me was even shot on the Paramount lot. Now, one of the writers was Edward Burns. He had made his name in Hollywood writing for the Three Stooges, and Burns thought that that would be the perfect attitude to bring to this project. The original audiences loved this movie. My guess is you will too. Here's Elvis Presley in Tickle Me. Coming up, we're just about to begin our Who's on the First Marathon. That's right. 16 Abbott and Costello movies in a row. We'll be starting that in just a moment, so stay with us.
Bud and Lou play riverboat gamblers who try to figure out who's on first in the Abbott and Costello comedy classic, The Naughty 90s. Next.
Come, my lads. Who's on first? I don't know.
Hello, everybody. I'm John Burke. We're saying goodbye to the year 2000 and hello to 2001 with a very special event. We're showing 16 movies in a row starring the great comedy team of Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. And we're here at the world-famous Hollywood Palace. Now, in the early 1950s, Abbott and Costello's Comedy Hour was telecast from this very stage. We call this marathon Who's on the First, which of course has a double meaning. We'll be showing these movies all day long on the 1st of January, but Who's on First is also the name of Abbott and Costello's most famous routine. We're going to see them perform it right now in the naughty 90s. Now, there have been stories over the past years that Abbott and Costello didn't like each other off screen, but close friends have said that their relationship was like a marriage. Sometimes stormy, sometimes affectionate, but always very close. In between scenes, they loved to run to the side of the stage where a poker table was set. Now, coworkers have said that they were terrible card players, but they loved having that endless game with each other. But no matter what they were like off screen, when they were in front of a camera, the results were pure hilarity. You're about to see what I mean. Here are Bud Abbott and Lou Costello in the naughty 90s.